Kia ora, welcome to my happy place. If you like today's video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment so I know that you've been. Don't be shy, and please enjoy. Right, hello from Lake Taupo. I'm still on holiday and I've come on to do one of these. This is my first, masterboard they call them. So, and I'm doing this for Mixed Media Emporium with Nina Robina and Kylie Koo. It used to be Nina Robina's art journal pages and more. So they've had a name change, which covers everything, which I think is quite cool. And I did this one this morning just to have a go. And my angle of my tripod is the best I can do, so that's what this one looks like. And I'm going to have a go at doing another one, and I thought, right, why not turn the video on and do a video. Now I have got a great big envelope full of bits and pieces, and I'm just going to pull bits out like this and glue down and see how we go. And I'm using wet glue, so I'll just glue it up and dry it up later. And please excuse my voice, my sinuses are absolutely terrible. I had to succumb to going home yesterday to go to the doctor to get antibiotics. So I've taken 3 doses now, and I can't say I'm feeling much better. You've got to give them time to work. This glue just needs a little bit more, I think. So I'm just going to glue stuff down and see how we go. Just take some bits. I might put this one over this edge. The last one I tried to make vintagey, but this time I thought, no, this time I'm just going to glue and play and see how we go. It's another beautiful day here. The sun is quite fierce, but unfortunately the wind is still with us. It comes from Australia. Their heat builds up and we get the wind and what have you. But we're getting the sunshine, so we can't moan. I think I might have made this glue just a little bit watery this time, or it just doesn't like my paper. I might have to go to my glue stick. The wet glue does make it very bumpy. Right, let's see what else we've got in here. Just going to rip all the little bit white bits off. My husband's playing around outside, trying to cut a space into the scrub to put our kayak trailer, so that we can leave it here. Now I think I'll put it on the back of this one and on this one and see how we go. So yes, it's been absolutely lovely, and one of our permanent neighbours across the way came over this morning and brought us a lovely trout for our dinner. So that's going to be nice. My son-in-law, he usually I'm not going to worry about whether it's got a straight edge or not. I'm just going to slap it down and worry about it later. Yeah, so they brought us this beautiful trout. And my son-in-law usually, excuse me, usually smokes them, but he's not here, and we don't have a smoker with us. So Julie, the lady who gave it to us, usually they excuse me, they coat theirs with shake and bake, she called it, but the one I bought is called coat and cook. So I'm going to try that and just cook it in the pan. They did bring some over for us the other day that they'd cooked, and it was absolutely delicious. Because we don't have a boat, so we don't go fishing. My son-in-law does when he's here, but my husband has been a sea fisherman for years, and it doesn't appeal to him to go trout fishing. So it's very nice when we get given trout. One of our other neighbours, when my daughter was here, brought us a smoked trout, which was absolutely divine, and my granddaughters absolutely inhaled it for afternoon tea while we were having drinkies. They decided they'd help us polish off this beautiful trout, and it was gorgeous. So the camper's cleared out quite a bit now. Thank goodness I can make a video without worrying too much about the kids coming to play on the playground. There are still a few, but they tend to go off during the day now. And so it makes it quite quiet. I have no idea what I'm doing with this. It is just going to be, I'll save those bits. Those are napkins, dyed napkins. So I think I'm going to save those for maybe the top layer. I'm not worrying if they've got little bits of white on them. I think I might put some paint and stuff on this one. Make it a real mixed media one. Just get the bubbles out of it. It's the only trouble with wet glue. It does bubble up. It's the boiler kicked in again. Oh, excuse me. I've got several other things here that I want to do videos on. I think I'm going to get a glue stick out. I can just put that there. Oops. And use my little bit of vinyl for gluing. See if this is better. Yes, that's better. Both sides done on this one. Pull them down and see how we're going to go. We've got little bits of magazine and all sorts in this envelope. When I pack to come camping, I never know what to pack, so I just throw in bits and pieces of everything. But this time I didn't bring any ink other than a black one for edging things and stuff like that. So it was a bit of a nuisance. But that's okay, I don't mind. Oh. Nice. Yep. I always rip it the wrong way so the white shows on it, which is a bit of a nuisance, but never mind. So we've been having a lovely holiday. My husband has just been out and put new screws and tightened all the screws that were on our chairs, second-hand chairs that we bought. They're nice enough, but they're old. I repainted them, but they still needed some extra work on them, and they'll last. I told my son-in-law he needs to make me some chairs to go with my table. I don't know if that went down all that great, but you never know, one day I might get new tables. He's very handy with a hammer for a truck driver. Right, what else have I got in here? Okay, put it in there. Yeah, so what else has been going on? When we went home to go to the doctor's yesterday, I was very lucky. To get an appointment is very, very hard, but if you are sick and you just turn up and ask to see the nurse, which I did, you get in to see the triage nurse quite quickly, and then if you're sick, got an infection or anything like that, then she can get you in to see an emergency doctor, which is what they did for me, which was really cool. So we didn't have to wait too long at all. I think we were only in there like half an hour, if that, from start to finish. Only trouble was the doctor I got was a little bit hard to understand. He was, I don't know what nationality he was, but his English was not, well, no, his English was okay. His accent was hard for me. I'm not very good with accents, unfortunately. And so I found it a bit hard to understand him. So I had to keep on asking him to repeat himself, which is not a great thing. And anyway, we got there in the end, and I got my antibiotics, and he put me on a new inhaler for my asthma, because it's been under control for a lot of years, but when my sinuses play up, it does kick in, and it has rather kicked in with a vengeance this year. And I think that we have a bush surrounding us, and I think that it is has privet growing in it, and privet is they've classed it as a noxious plant now, because people with allergies are very prone to or allergic to it, so now they try and cut it down. Well, in our area they do, but here I don't know. So it was a bit of a shock to find that we've got trees, and it's a very, very sweet smelling plant. Right, I'm going to put that there, I think. Turn it around so the oranges are not close together. Yeah, so there's a few of those around, which is adding to the problem, but hey, power for the cause. You want to have a nice holiday place, you put up with it. Now, what else have we got in here? Something a little bit different, a little bit more colourful. I'll most probably add paint to it, I think. I'm going to add some paint to this. It's a little bit like doing Franken pages, only it's not squares. I'm going to give this a bit of a shake. I think maybe my water and my glue is not mixed together enough. Right, what else we got? We need a little bit more. A little bit more here. And a little bit more here. I always do that, rip it the wrong way. Right, we just slip that one there, I think. See how this is now. Looks a little bit thicker. Right. Put another little bit over here. Just got a little bit hole there. And I think we've pretty much covered it. This is a little bit too orange for my liking. So I've got a little bit of paper here that's had some flowers cut out of it. So I'm going to put that on. Just to break up the orange a little bit, I think. Yes. That's cool. Just breaks it up a little bit. I think that's going to glue there. Right. It's not too bad. So I'm going to dry this off and then I'll be back. Right, I'm back and I have got some stencils and some metallic paint. And I think that I am going to do some stenciling, and I'm not quite sure what colours. I have got here amethyst, so we'll give this a try first. And I have got some sponges somewhere that I will use. It's very hard to try and think of all the things that you should bring. I've got a bit of baking paper down here to use as a palette. Cool. And I might just change the colours up as I go. And I'm not going to worry about my stencil, my changing of It's not very good, is it? Maybe I had a bit much on my... Well, I think we'll change that one. We don't want that one if it's not going to do what I want. And this one's got some leaves, so let's have some green. See how this goes. It's all going to be just background. I'm going to put something else on it. So let's see what we can do here. Cool. Okay. Not too bad. I'll put some more over here. Just adding a little bit of paint over the top is all it's really doing. Just to merge all in the... Now, where can I hold it for you to see? Pretty much a hot mess, really. So, that's okay. Right, we'll try some swirls here. We've got some swirls, so maybe we will have some... What have we done? We've done purple and blue, which didn't show up very well, so we'll use some bronze. That one's not open. What's this one? Bronze. There's still some in this one. If I bought two. Oops. Right. We can just go over there. See if it... See how this turns out. Really looking like a hot mess, but put a bit more out. Keep on going. My motto, keep on going till you like it. Fake it till you make it. You know, as I was saying, we went and visited our girls when I went to the doctor, my youngest daughter. She's been suffering a bit with her anxiety and depression because they've got until the 24th of the month to get out and they haven't been able to find a house. So it's really playing havoc with her anxiety and depression. So while we were there, they went to have a look at a 3-bedroom with a office to see, because they were thinking of buying, or not buying, but hiring one of those little rooms on wheels that you can have in your backyard for one of the elder girls. Anyway, they went and had a look at this place, and people do leave their rentals in a very bad mess. They don't clean up very well at all. So that threw my daughter-in-law for a bit. But I said to her, you're getting to the stage where you can't be fussy. You can always go in with a bit of elbow grease before you move in and clean a place. It's not really a big problem, and it felt comfortable, and it had a big double garage to store all their stuff. So it's looking like pretty messy, but I'm going to keep going. So we're going to take the girls back to have a look at it, but I think they're going to take it. It had new drapes and nets, and it had not a new carpet, but a respectable grey carpet right throughout. So I think they're going to take it, and we were going to stay another couple of weeks, but we're going to go home on Wednesday so that we can help them pack. And right, well, that's looking like a real hot mess. So I think I'm going to hold my paper over it, and I'm going to put a bit of black and white on it. Then I'm going to find something to collage on it to make it merge. And I don't know what I bought in the way of bits to make marks with. Right. Got a bubble wrap here, so I think we might put some bubble wrap on it. Just give that a smush out. I love putting a bit of bubble wrap on things. It just helps make it look like something rather than a hot mess. Brings out the colours into a pattern rather than squares or what they are. So I'll just dry this off before I go any further. Right, I'm back, and that's pretty much what it's looking like. Just move those paints out of the road. We might be able to tip it up at the right angle. That's pretty much what it's looking like. I'm quite happy with it at this stage. Now I think we're going to put a bit of black on it. Smush that out. Right. I think it's looking pretty good, actually. I think we'll just put this aside. Give this another dry off. Right, I'm back, and I think it needs some gold splatters before I go any further. Oops. Shoot. It was not meant to happen. Right, I'm back. I just had to wipe it off my couch. I have paint everywhere in my craft room. My husband will be a little upset if I start smushing it all over the caravan as well. Right, so let's have a little look, see if we can. Right, now just as well I have a vinyl mat here because it has gone everywhere. I don't know if you can see it, but we have gold splatters, so I'm going to dry that off and then find some collage pictures to go on it. Right, I'm back, and I've fished out a few nonsensical things here. because I thought I'd just make it a fun one. And I have this Every Leaf Speaks Bliss to Me, Fluttering from the Autumn Trees, Emily Bronte, and I love that. And it's a colour that it stands out nicely, so I think I'm going to put that down for a start. These boards are meant to be cut up in pieces and that type of thing, so hopefully it doesn't have to make sense. So that's what we have there. And I have this little cat and dog hiding in the vegetables, but I don't want vegetables, but I'm going to put them down there, and then I'm going to put some flowers around them, I think. So I'm going to put these down first. And my husband is back from his pottering and went for a walk in the bush and did a few things. Now I think he's sloped off to the annex for a nap. Right, now am I going to put down some little cut out flowers here, or am I going to put down some ones like that? I'll just, that's pretty, quite like that. So I think I'm going to put that down. Oh, I think he might still be outside actually, by the sounds of where that cough came from. I think we're just going to put that right there like that. That's what that looks like. And that. Don't know what else we're going to do. Got a little wee gherkin here, gecko here, that I want to have coming out the side of the page. So I'm going to put that on. Some on my hand here, I might as well use up. Put that right there, I think. So cute. And just popping out the side of the page. Now, what else am I going to put on? Am I just going to put some flowers around? Or am I going to... This one here is pretty. I'll just have that there with the gherkin. Gecko. Got gherkins on the brain. Been eating them quite a lot while we've been here. I love gherkins pickled. Right, let's just have you there, just like that. Right, now what else am I going to do? Need some fun stuff here. Might just have this little circle of birds here. There's something that sticks out from the busyness of the background. Right, so that's what we have there. Bit of a glare on it. Right, now what have we got? Let's put some little plain flower things here that might just pop around like that. I think that's quite cool. Right, where is my glue? I think I might need a heavier glue for this. Don't have any idea. Oh, no, what side? I think I'm going to put that the same side. Just that. Just shows up the, or shall I have the green? No. move it the other way. Just get this put around and pop you down like that. Just get this done. Some dots on the edges there. And put you in there. Right. I don't know if they stand out that much actually, but right, where am I getting it so that you can see? There we are. What we're looking like. Just a little collagey one this is. Not meant to make any sense whatsoever. Right. What else have we got? We do have our very thin man there, which I could put in there. I really like these. No, not today, I don't think. I do have some little stickers I might put in, see what they look like. If I can get them off the paper. When stickers get old, they don't want to come off. Unfortunately, I think these are quite old. Had them sent to me in Happy Mail. I don't think they're going to come off. I'm going to heat it with my heat gun and see. No, I don't think I want that anyway. Right, I've got to have something down here. What am I going to have? No, I think I'm just going to drop some flowers around maybe. Put in there like that. And maybe I'll put this one here, just a little key here. Making a nautical one is not as easy as I thought it would be. Right, I'm going to put my little hedge dog in, I think, because I thought he was rather cute. And he stands out nicely against the background. Alright, now let me get this here. I think this is what we're looking like. And I need a pen, I think. There, another little flower here. Now I'm going to stick that down there. I think this key is too vintagey for this. So just going to put this down here. Cool. Now I'm pretty sure I had another one, something like that there. That could go as well. Right. A little feather here, maybe that can go there. Alright, a little feather there. It's all pretty much higgledy-piggledy. And I've got this little sticker here that I thought might go nicely on here somewhere, if I can get it off without ripping it. Maybe it won't matter if I rip it a little bit. Right, we've got sticky on some parts of it and then not others. Where are we going to go? maybe right there. We'll need some more sticky on here because it's not going to stick all of it. Yeah, there we go. Love ourselves and the things we love. We love ourselves and the things we love. We find ourselves there too. I rather like that. So that's pretty much what it looks like. I think I'm going to get a pen and go around it a bit in places just to help pop it out. See if I've got a pen that will work. Yep. See how this one goes. I'm just going to go around this little flower here, just to help pop it out a bit. And I don't think this is working, so go up on the edge of the flower, which will help it a bit. It's not the best of pens, so I think we need to find another one. It's a white one, and that is a black one, I think. Might find it in here a bit, just to give it a little bit of. I don't think it is working very well either. I think I might have to buy some pens just for the lake. I usually have the Stabilo, not the Stabilo, the Uniball roller, but I've been finding them quite hard to find lately because our little shop that sold them in Tokoroa shut down, so we don't have anywhere like that to buy them now. I'll have to see if I can buy them online. Give us a little bit of a standout. Not much, but a bit. See what else we've got here that'll work. And this is just a normal pen, which might just work fine. Sometimes you find something that's just everyday works great. Just give this just a little bit of a round so it pops out a bit. And we have a crying baby in the camp. We have had quite a few of those over the last couple of weeks. But, oh well, that's what happens when you come away. So I think that's all I'm going to do to that one. It does need something else, but I'm not quite sure what. So I think I'll leave it at that. I'll put a picture up so you can see it. Yeah, that's about the best I can do, sorry. So it's another not mood board, master board. So if anybody's still with me, thank you so much, and I'll catch you again soon. Thank you for being with me. Kia kaha, stay strong, and I'll catch you again soon.